We are going live. There we are. All right. Welcome. I am Dory Joe with Prairie Scraps on both Facebook and YouTube, and I'm getting very dirty today, full of paint. I grabbed a round, and I did know it was kind of a thinner round, and painted it white. And it was really warped. And I thought, well, I'll paint both sides and see if I can unwarp it. Because sometimes if you have really thin rounds or surfaces, it'll kind of curl up with the moisture and then it'll flatten out if you do the other side as well. So I did that, and it does look better. Actually, it's not too bad, but it is. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty, I don't know. It's warped. It's not as bad as it was. Let's see. This one's still wet. It's actually not too bad, but you can see it's a little bit warped. It's really thin piece. And I just like to have, because I'm getting ready for our 4th of July Art in the Park here in town, 2 days of selling finished goods. And I thought, I don't even know what I've got in my stuff. I really need to grab it out and check, see what I've got going because, oh shoot. Ugh. I know that my painter's tape is in the house because we did some painting this weekend. I apologize, my voice is kind of bad because I do have a cold, and if I look shiny, it's really because I possibly am the closest I've been for a long time to a fever. I don't really fever. I have a low grade, I have a low temperature to begin with. So then when I do fever, it's like never over 100, but it feels very hot to me. So I apologize for any coughing. This is me on all the stuff. I took Mucinex. I did elderberry drink this morning for the vitamin C because I can't do rose hips or citric acid. I've done it's the good kind of might go this way. Ricola, because they have all the good stuff in it, plus it gives, little cough stuff. I can't find the end of this. It was so straight I couldn't find it. Okay, this is our placement tape, but I'm going to use it to make a line across here. And we are going to do some kind of a flag-ish type of thing here. I think probably should use our measuring thing here to see how straight I am. At least if it's, straight across. Ooh, don't peel up my paint job already. Most of this is going to be covered. So I did a coat. I did it around the edges because I had drooled a little bit, and so I figured. And this one actually is kind of showing a little bit of warp too with the wetness. So, we're batting 1,000 with the warpness. If I feel like it's not going to go back or it doesn't look right, I'll go back and paint the backside too before I put a hanger on it. All right, so that's our placement tape. You can use blue tape as well. And I didn't even I was prepping, but sometimes it doesn't all come together. I don't know why that is. I want to find some blue. I actually really like this. I know it's got some shimmer in it. It's called Shimmer Moonlight. It's got a bubble in it. Let's straighten that out. It kind of makes it look crooked too, to me. So my daughter came home with a cold, and she shared. She feels bad. She feels really bad, Bethany. She keeps, I think that'll work. I do want to check because I'm planning on putting some stars up here. I want to make sure I can get some stars up there. See if I can do this without unplugging things. want to be sure I have enough room. I think I'll have to do a repeat, but I think that'll be okay. All right. So I'm going to use this Midnight. We had a color of the month recently that was a very nice color blue. That one would have been really good too. I think it had some shimmer in it as well. So we're just going to deal with shimmer. If you're coming on, if you've seen this front part of it, you probably are watching on the replay, this first part where I didn't have anybody in there. If you're coming in, make sure you say hello. And if this is, please, yeah, just say hello. Even if you're watching on the replay, which is totally fine. I get it. Life is busy. I love to hear from you, so put hashtag replay. Boy, this shimmer moonlight is really beautiful, I'm telling you. I'm sure the video does not do it justice. I like to use water in my paste when I'm painting, just because it softens up the brush. It makes it kind of go on smoother. Mostly. I may do a little bit here, just to try to get that. I want it to spread out. I don't want it to be streaky, but we can do a second coat, I guess. I did do the white all over because I figured it was pretty easy to fix that. So I did all kinds of stuff on Saturday, and then woke up with a terrible cold yesterday morning. So there went all my plans. I really, like I said, I'm getting ready for this art in the park, and it's basically for crafters or artisans, and so I won't be selling craft supplies, so to speak. I do need to get some DIY kits together, however, because I did find out last year I could have done that. I did a little bit of it, so I need to just kind of fish around. I know I've got lots of like board and base. I could put together some DIY kits to sell, but otherwise everything is finished goods. So I kind of have boxes that have summer, spring. I don't know. I guess I could get away with some fall at this point. Fall is in the stores. I saw that Hobby Lobby was putting a deal on. Hey, Ann, good to see you. They were already putting fall stuff on sale. Hobby Lobby was. So I can't believe fall. I mean, we haven't even gotten to 4th of July yet. And geez, it was 56 this morning again. It was cold here in Idaho. Maybe since I'm doing, I might use the crimson with this. Since I'm doing a darker blue than I normally do. I don't know though. This is really dark. And I want to put some black lettering over it, so hopefully I can get it to show up. Maybe I shouldn't have done this dark of a color. Maybe, I don't know. I usually use Colonial Blue with a red. I just don't have a darker color than that. Colonial Blue, or there's another blue. Yeah, it's usually Colonial Blue, but it's kind of a lighter blue, so I thought I'd go with this Midnight, but now, I don't know. And maybe having a little bit of regret. Maybe I'll have to do this portion in white. Paste. Because I have a lettering that's round. Just going over this and trying to get it evenly distributed. No light marks. I could see where my light marks are basically where I had more water added. Hey, Jackie. 112. Oh my goodness. I have my leggings on. I do have a cold, so I've been on the cold side today, but It was 56 this morning. We shut all the windows and, you know, Bethany, the only reason we opened up things was because Bethany did some baking today. And so it was this afternoon, late this afternoon, it was starting to get warm only because we were baking in the house. But otherwise, I've had everything kind of shut up today. And I was wearing a sweatshirt because 56 is kind of on the chilly side, wouldn't you say? 112. Oh my goodness. Well, I would die. We don't have air conditioning, so that would be tragic in our house. It has gotten to 100, I guess, here. It's miserable. We don't even have our air conditioners in yet. This weekend would have been a great opportunity to put them in, maybe, but that wasn't on my hubby's mind, that's for sure. Okay. I think that's good. Hold this up so you can see. It does look a little washed out, but I'm kind of afraid of going too dark. Kind of grainy. I think it's going to be okay. Maybe it looks like I didn't want it. Whoops. Just painted my counter. Good thing it's washable. Unlike the white, I used a Waverly white from Walmart on this, and that stuff is acrylic. Even though it says chalk paint, it's not washable once it dries. Not washable out of most things, actually. Just trying to make sure there's not these kind of light splotches. I don't know if you can see that, but I may be making it worse, to be honest. Sometimes it's good to know when enough is enough, to be honest. So I did painting on the house this weekend. Painted the trim on my door, my window to the piano studio. While I was watching. Right? Do a second coat. Because I'm trying to take the fast street today, Anne. That's why. I'm trying to go fast. I don't know how long. I'll probably have to put on another coat. It is very pretty, though. It's got the gold in it. But it is a dark color, for sure. Good idea. See, I just need you to sit here and tell me how I should do it, because I'm clearly out of my mind with this cold. I'm going to take a drink. Make sure you do all the things for me. I have it right over here. I appreciate it. Maybe this will be the best little live I ever do, because I'm going to forget everything. Really. I think that's still kind of wet, actually. Oop. That felt wet. Glitter isn't coming off. It's very glittery, actually. It's very pretty. It looks really great at Christmas time for like night sky. I think you're right, though. I'm going to do a second coat. All right. I've been convinced. See if I can't just do a nice light coat. My paint is pretty thick, too, so there's that. But this is definitely looking better. Good idea. I'm so glad you came along today, Anne. It is Midnight Shimmer Midnight. I use this for, remember it works really well for like the Christmas things, like the nativity scene for the night sky. And then we had the wise men that went across. That was really pretty too. Can't remember what the name of the transfer was. Lots of fun things coming along, by the way. Did you watch ChalkCon? We had our virtual conference this last weekend, and I'll have to say I really do enjoy getting together with fellow designers and just hanging out and getting encouragement and training and stuff like that. So I missed that part of it, but it was nice not to have the expense of going out of town. and being able to watch it, online. So anyway, lots of really great things. I'm really excited. If you are a Cricut or, if you use digital files for doing cutouts of any sort, please message me. Say I do cutouts, because I would like to tell you about something that is coming with Chalk Couture. I'm excited. Also, some very exciting things are going to be starting up with Club. If you are not in our craft club and would like to know more about it, it's just put Club in the comments and I will get back to you and just get you the information. And there is going to be some exciting, there's a new addition to Club, every month's Club membership. You're going to be getting something exciting. I don't know if we're supposed to really announce, but starting in August, you want to get joined, because yay, it's not going to increase in price at all, which is amazing, because they are actually going to add more things, more to the subscription. There's going to be more available, more for your money, and it's not going to raise the price one iota, which is amazing. The price is $21.99 here in the United States. There's a different price for Canada. And by the way, if you're in Canada, prices are also going down for shipping all around for everything. So that's good news. They've been negotiating with a new carrier and working on getting a better deal for Canadian customers. Hey Sheila, good to see you. Just exciting things. Exciting things going on. Okay. Definitely with the darker colors, you need 2 coats. Wasn't really thinking that one through too much. All right. I do like to take... I almost got that on the white, you guys. That was close. I should go around. I guess it's all right. It's not too bad around the edge. I'll just take a sanding block to that in a minute. Hot minute. I know I sound terrible and stuffy and all that kind of stuff, but I am really glad to be here. It's kind of therapeutic. I don't know. This driver's ed class, if you've been following along on any of my stuff, you know that we've been doing driver's ed. Good to have you, Sheila. In our household, we have been doing driver's ed. It is a group effort. There's some dumb questions. Oops. I got a little over the tape there. And in wiping it off, I wiped off some of the white. So I'm going to put it back on very carefully. Just a little bit on my brush. Whoops. See if I can't brush it over and patch my boo-boo. Okay. I was a little worried about that tape. I thought it was going to... Thank you. I think it looks good. I'm glad you told me what for there. I was trying to avoid the second coat. I was just being a lazy crafter, really, is what I was doing. I'm sure none of you ever do that, right? Okay, so now the reason I put white down as a base coat is because I wanted to do the lines using one of our patterns. Still kind of wet. I wish you could see like the glitteriness of it. I don't know. I'll move it around here a little bit and see if can you see that? The smoothness, that's not because it's wet. It's because it's got gold, a really fine gold glitter in it. It's just beautiful, really. I'm glad I chose that. And I'm going to stick another piece of tape on here, but first I want to wax this. Whenever you work with wood, it's a good idea to wax between layers, to wax the wood to keep it, we don't want to lift it up. So like I said, I don't know if I finished saying that. I'm going to be like a little insane tonight, so I apologize. But if I didn't say, put club if you want to learn more about what's going on with the club, because that's going to be changing in August, and it's for the better. I promise. It's very much for the better. All right, I'm going to wax this first. I like wax. Some designers say they don't care for wax all that much. I really like it. I think it brings out sort of the wood grain. It also protects your surface from like bleeding. Ooh, shoot. That's what I was afraid of. I got a little blue because this is a little bit on the wet side. I want to get this wax too because I'm going to go this way. Usually I go with the grain of the wood, but today is an exception, I guess. Wax is, you just put it wax on, wax off. It was still a little bit moist, and so I picked up a little grain of it and got it here in the white area. So now we get to fix. That was my blue. Where did I thought I had a white brush here. Did you see what I did with it? A little crazy today, a little crazy. So anyway, I think, I don't know. It feels like maybe, I guess I put it back in. That wasn't a good thing anyway. I'm going to try to repair my little blue spots on here. I may not. And I still can see that where I wiped it off. Oh boy. It probably would be okay because we're going to do red stripes, pretty bold red stripes, but we don't want, on the off chance that it shows through, we don't want it to show through. My luck, it would show through. It's just the way my craft projects go sometimes. You guys ever have that happen? It's funny when, like, people go, it didn't work the first time, you know, like when they try. Yes, I am experimenting. Really. No, this happens to me every time. It's funny because, like, crafting is kind of like that. Like, you're just, sometimes you're just, figuring it out. Sometimes it doesn't work like you plan it in your head, and it's okay. We can always fix it. It's always figure outable, right? And so anyway, move on, figure out a new way or whatever, you know, make it your own, whatever it is. That's what makes it unique, right? Oh goodness. We've got some white paint going on here. I'm going to wet it down. All right. I don't know if you saw my live yesterday. I did a picnic basket. That was so much fun. We did a picnic. And tell me what I did with my tape. Losing my mind. Easy to do, right? When you don't have a whole lot to lose. Anyway. So driver's ed. Oh my goodness. It said, what do you do when it's a stale light? I was like, I don't know if you saw my personal post on that. I was like, I do not understand this question in any way, shape, or form. I clearly should not be driving at all because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't answer half these questions on driver's ed. Like, I was 17 years old when I took the driver's test in Wisconsin. And then when we moved here, I took the driver's test again. So, because when you move to Idaho, not all states make you retake the test, but Idaho does. I want to thank them for that because I kind of freaked out. I actually didn't take my driver's license. I wet that down because it's showing some darker streaks where I patched up, and so I'm just trying to blend it in here without ruining it. But so anyway, I was really freaked out about that, having to go ahead and retake my driver's test when we moved here 12 years ago. But oh my goodness. One of our local doctors, he took the test when he moved here from another state, and he failed it the first time. And I thought, the doctor can't pass it. How in the world can I pass it? Like, I haven't been in school since college. Like, I don't really know. So anyway, I went in. I took it. I only got 2 wrong on the whole test. I passed. Thank God, because I think if I had not passed it the first time, I may not have taken it again. I might have been like, forget it, I don't want a license. I'm not very good with failure that way. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I was terrified. In fact, I got pulled over. That was what got me to go and take my test, to be honest. Because I got pulled over in a school zone. I didn't realize that the school zones were in, most places it's only during when there's kids out there, like the slower driving. But in our area, it's 7 in the morning till 5 p.m. every single day, even the summertime when there's no school, no kids. It doesn't matter. It's still a slow driving, 15 miles an hour. Where did I put it? Okay. I love this pattern. I'm going to tell you, this is one of my favorite patterns. It is called Woven Thick Thin Stripes. And we have a couple new patterns coming out. I know, right? Losters. We have a couple new patterns coming out. July. Oh, shoot. Why don't I know the time? That's bad. July, what is it? July 11th, I think, was the release date for the new products. And if you are a designer, you can order them right now. Today's the last day you can buy some packs. Otherwise, you have to wait for the regular releases. So you have not, if you are in my downline and you have not placed your order, it says a little stretchy in it. I think it's gotten stretched. Yesterday I used this on my picnic basket on the inside, and I was so sick I just made it through. I barely made it through my my presentation. I did a live yesterday for the Crafty Bunch. I'm all new in the Crafty Bunch. I was accepted. I had to go through like interviews and everything. I'm excited about that. It's a great group. Go on over there if you're not in the Crafty Bunch. Just put Crafty Bunch down below, and I can get you a link too or just, look it up in the eyeball above. But anyway, so I got done and I was like sweating and, just not feeling great. And I'm like, please send the girls to help me. I had them wash my stuff so I can see that this is not washed like I would normally wash. But that's okay. They were helpful. Okay, we are going to do red. And I think I'm going to do the crimson shimmer as long as we're in the shimmers. See if I can find it, right? Do you guys ever have that? I guess they call it, what do they call it? FOMO, fear of missing out. That's really like, I knew there was like no ChalkCon this week. But some people were getting together for watch parties, and I had just made a decision not to go and spend the extra money, and I'm glad I did because, I just didn't have the extra cash to do it. But anyway, I still felt that all weekend. Like I was afraid of missing out. So what color is that? Rust. That looks really deep and dark. Okay, I have this crimson. Where else do I have another? I gotta check because this maybe is not a good plan if I don't. I thought I had 2 jars open, and I keep the more full jar somewhere else so anyway, my girls were kind enough to wash my transfers yesterday for me because I was done. Okay, I found it. I accidentally at one point opened up by accident 2 different crimsons, and I really did not need 2. So hopefully they both work. I don't know how I did it. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. I saw you guys had all kinds of fun. I wish I could have been there. That would have been fun. But it is a long way from Idaho to Alabama. I think that's where you went. I'm sure you had fun, though. That one is about done. That one is drier than dry. There is not much left in there. So I'm going to put a bunch of water in there, let that soak, and then I'm going to work on that other one. When I picked it up, it was pretty light. All right. We're going to do crimson. Because I did the sparkly one up there, I'm going to do the sparkly one down here. And it's a deeper color as well. So this one is newer. It was the newer of the two. I kind of shoved it away in like a different color because I keep everything by Roy G. Biv in my things. And I kept it in a different color so I wouldn't go looking for it. But then when I wanted it, I couldn't find it. Yes, Alabama. Did you finally get home? Because I think you were having flight issues, weren't you? That's always a bummer. That's how I ended up at leadership at midnight instead of 9. That was not fun. We're just gonna use this bigger scraper for this. Maybe if I had gone, I wouldn't have gotten a cold. I don't know. I would have missed the cold. That would have been nice. I wouldn't have gone if I had a cold, though. I'm really against sharing illnesses. I'm not for it ever. So this nice big squeegee, it does come with a handle, but I never can get the handle to work right for me, and I like the bigness of it. You could just do like a big area. So this crimson has shimmer in it as well. Okay, I think we got it. I want to get this off. I want to put this back in because we want to use that later. Again, next time we use crimson. Hopefully not Christmas. Okay, here we go. I love this pattern. It is so awesome. And this shimmer, it's a little thicker paste, so it doesn't smear under. If you watched me yesterday, that black kind of smeared under on me. That looks amazing. I'm pretty excited. All right, I'm just going to put this back on the backing. Make sure when you take your transfers off the first time that you make sure you've got the backing marked because you don't want to stick it to the wrong side. It really does stick to the wrong side, and they both look very shiny. They both look similar. It's hard to tell, even for me. All right, there is the crimson. We'll set that aside. Oh no, yeah. I don't know what it is. Beth came home with it at Thursday night. She kind of came down with it after swim team, and then she had it. Oops, I didn't get quite to my line wasn't lined up. I think we're gonna shoot. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got a little bit of a line. I may take that back. Can you see the white line? A little bit. I might try to line these up. The nice thing about these patterns these days, they're really working hard to make sure that you can repeat them. You can line them back up again. When our patterns first came out, I'm sure it was just like an oversight, but they didn't, always have it so that you could keep repeating. You had to kind of find where the pattern matched up. And so one of the things they've been doing lately, and this is a newer pattern, is thin and thick woven stripes. Is that you can repeat it. So that's kind of cool. But I think I'm going to try to connect it there. Right across the top here. I'll have to line it up. Might not be easy. I maybe shouldn't have moved it off. I should have put it back down. And well, I guess I couldn't tell because I put that. I should have just used the edge of this to line it up. But I think I can do it by just putting it back where it is. The nice thing is it's kind of like a like a farmhousey, grungy, more look to it. It's not like a perfect line. Thank you. Yeah, I suppose. Like I said, I probably if I had gone to somewhere, I probably wouldn't have gone to Alabama. That's pretty far away. But if I would have gone to California, I might not have caught this lovely thing. My poor daughter, she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I know you didn't do it on purpose. Well, I don't know that I really fixed that, to be honest. I think I like ran it up into the blue. It was nice. Ugh. That's what I imagined. Nope. That's not good. Well, I'm going to give up on this endeavor. That was kind of a mess. And I'm going to have to maybe dab it up a little bit because it kind of splotched out here. Made a big mess. See, I shouldn't have fixed it. Maybe I should have used a brush. All right, so much for my fixing tonight. We'll see. All right. All right, I think it looks pretty good. And we're going to do, there's more. There's more. We're going to do more here. So I was going to do the stars up here from, oh, that was the one. It was upside down, so I didn't see it. Maybe I'll just do, I was thinking about doing these in a repeat, but I think I'm just going to do the 3 on the top. Here's my lazy crafting coming out. I can't help it. My lazy crafting. And I'm going to move it down a little further because my friend was like, she was going to get me a ruler because I always use my scissors. It works just as good, I think. It's the same. There we go. It's my unofficial measuring. Don't be angry. All right, we're going to do these white. I might have white here. Where am I not? I don't know. Where did I put my white? I can't even sing right now. I'm just hoping that I am well enough by Wednesday to teach piano. I would not like to, because then I'll have the 4th of July off. Not off. It'll be busy because I have a 2-day vendor event for 4th of July. Oops. Bent my transfer. Where in the world? I have white. I know that. Where could it go? Gray, black, green. Jeez. It's like the one place maybe I didn't look. I don't know. Those are blues. This is the one time that I wish I could be like super organized and have everything like in the one place. But it is what it is. long as it works. Who needs a ruler, right? I've got rulers. I just don't choose to use them. This is glow in the dark. I keep thinking it's the white, but it's not. It's glow in the dark. I think I see it. I spy it. I spy with my little eye. Finally. Put all the yellows in here with the purples. They're kind of organized, but not very good, I guess. I don't know why. I must have just overlooked it several times. Oh. All right. Here we go. Do some white stars. My white needs to get kind of cleaned up. Every once in a while, it's a good idea, like to go through. Well, I have to go through because a lot of times I'm on, a video, and so I don't often clean up after myself. Like, see how this is kind of around the edges. I don't always clean it up and put it back in so that it's not all drying up around the outside edge. And you need to mix it in and try to get it all down at the bottom, because that way it doesn't dry up as much. So I often open up and, oh shoot, this is kind of dry, right? Because I don't do that very often. Just clean it off the outside edge and put it back where it belongs. That is the ideal thing to do. Okay, gotta hurry here, get this peeled off. Nice. It actually has doesn't have, I don't think, well, I guess it does have little specks in it. I do have some 3D white ones too I could use for that. But don't those look nice? Don't look nice? Keeping in mind that the top is probably going to have like either a hole, or some ribbon or whatever. So that's kind of why I moved it down a little. Otherwise, you could put it on the top. But I figured this one will need it a little bit lower. We're not done. We're not done. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you. I always like all the 4th of July. I don't know though. Sometimes it feels like maybe I don't sell as much 4th of July things at this Art in the Park, even though it is 4th of July when it happens. And I think the reason is because it's already 4th of July. So people are already thinking, got to get rid of it. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to do was my American. Now this, I think I didn't even check to see if this fits. That would have been a smart thing, huh? I think it does. I hope it does. This is an older transfer. I don't think it's available anymore, so I apologize for that part of it. But we've got like that one that I use with the stars. Definitely has lots of options. It's got America on it, land that I love, land of the free. And, stay tuned. If this doesn't fit, I still might be doing that. But it fits. And this is one of our older ones that, let's see where that America goes. Oh, maybe it doesn't fit. You know what? America doesn't fit. It's too wide. I might have to use that other America, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But I do like it. It's off a smidgen. What would you do? Okay, so see, it's like off a smidge on either side. Like the A and the A, both A's. The A and the A. Would you just do the America like that? Or I could use that America is curved, but it might fit better. I'm kind of looking. I want to get it. I might have it turned a little. This is the hardest part, you guys. I just like that it's curved, and I don't think I've done any other ones this year. I may still have some left from last year. Like I said, I don't always sell them very well. I might do this Land That I Love in white and skip the Liberty and the stars because I've already got 3 stars there. And then just want to make sure that's centered. Eyeballing it. Major time here. Okay. I'm going to do this white, the Land That I Love, and then I want to do Freedom Rings down here. In black. So we're going to be doing different colors. I'm going to start with the white since I'm thinking about it. Hello, Angie. Good to see you. How's your headache? It is Angie, right? All of a sudden I thought, did I call you by the wrong name? Oh, I have a cold. It's come with all the aches and, the achies and cold, feeling cold and sweaty and, the whole 9 yards. Last night I felt like nauseous, but I think it was just from a day of having aches and pains, from it. The aches and pains, I'm telling you, I have a leg injury and it feels worse with those, how you feel like you have pins going through everything. It feels worse that way. Okay, let's see how this went. Beautiful. Actually, we don't have much room for a bow, but I love that. I love it. We might just be putting a hanger on it. That turned out really good. I think it's nice and pretty even. It's pretty dry already. All right. So I think I'm going to do this, trying to decide. Do you think I should do these 3 stars right here in white? Hey, Angela, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. We're doing a little patriotic. I'm doing this bottom, the lettering in black, because I know it won't show up unless I do. But I'm thinking about doing these 3 stars to kind of match these 3 stars at the top. In white. I think I'm going to start out with that. No, I lied. I'm going to do black. I didn't mean to lie, really. And I'm going to use we're going to do established in 1776 and let freedom ring. I do love patriotic, all things patriotic. It's exciting. We have a big 4th of July celebration. It's called Border Days. Big rodeo. I don't know if it's more about the rodeo. I can take or leave the rodeo, to be honest. But don't tell my neighbors. Like, don't tell everybody here. I love the 4th of July celebrations, honestly. Okay, that turned out pretty good. Let me show you that. I'm going to have it upside down here. I apologize, but so you can see that. That's true. I could add a bow to the hanger. Good idea. I think this might have enough going on. I might not need a bow of any kind, actually. Might be good just to put a hanger on it. My husband always hates it when I finish a project and then go, can you put the holes in it for my hangers? So I was like, can't I just put that in first? He hates trying to figure out where the middle is. That always makes him nervous. I don't blame him, because I do like it to look nice. All right, we're going to do these 3 little stars here. Oh, I forgot the beautiful too, in white. And then I think I'm going to use the America from this year's patriotic transfer. Because it fits. The white will just match these white stars at the top. So you can't hardly see them. So there's that. And actually, any of those spots, they look pretty good, like from putting on the red. I apologize. I did catch a cold yesterday. Like I was saying, nobody wants a summer cold, but nobody wants one in the winter either. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. How do you guys celebrate 4th of July? Does your town do anything big or fun? Do you at least have fireworks? The bulls should be in town soon. That sounds weird for me to say. I'm not going to lie. The bulls live a couple blocks away for about a week, a little over a week. They should be arriving anytime. They usually arrive after the last rodeo, wherever it was last. The rodeos kind of do a circuit. They will be here, and it's here they have 3 nights of rodeos. We have an egg toss, usually with over 3,000 eggs a day on Main Street. I guess I shouldn't have put that there. We also have, I'm just going to take the whole thing off, hopefully. Beautiful. Love it. Yep, that one's easy to tell. We have an egg toss. We have foot races. We have food downtown. We have the art in the park. We have vendors. All kinds of fun things downtown. We have bands in town. A beer tent, Oh, that's cool. Yes, and we have 3 parades. We have a parade Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday this year. And they're huge. They each take over an hour with no bands. No bands. I guess they'll be having our high school and middle school combined, but it's not a band thing. Like in the Midwest, you'll have all kinds of bands, really good bands. Not in this one. It's all about the rodeo queens. They all get all dressed up in their beautiful leather chaps. I mean, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, land that I love, the beautiful, established 1776 Freedom Ring. And then I was going to use this America because I think it fits better. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I did get my stripes on here fairly centered. I did pretty good with that. So I'm just kind of putting everything centered with that. So hopefully it works. Hopefully, right? All right, I'm going to do this in black because it shows up better than white. Ours is over an hour too. Yeah, we have 3 days of it. Literally, like, a lot of the different things, because my husband works for the only dealership in town. So when we first moved here, like everybody would, every day in time for the parade, all the workers get their vehicle, go line up and tow, somebody's trailer through the parade and then go back to work. It's kind of a funny thing. But yeah, it's fun. I know Beth was saying their swim team was talking about doing a swim team float. It's been a couple years since I've done one, so that's exciting. I'm glad they're thinking about doing that because it's fun. They usually bring squirt guns and squirt everybody. Lots and lots of things. Lots of big semis. Some people will bring tractors in. We're in a big ranching community, so. And of course, the horses. The horses. No bulls in the parade. Horses with their all the cowboys, all dressed up, big hair, fancy things, flowers on the horses. Very beautiful. I love it. main route and leave them there overnight. Oh, yes. Everybody we've figured out like the dead end up here where at the beginning is kind of nice because you usually get candy down there. Depends on who we have. If we have little kids, we always like to line up at the park because that's where I have a black mark. How do I get it off? I'm going to show you. What do you think? I used two different transfers because that America went off the sides, and this is, I think, a 15-inch round. So, and I did put it towards the bottom on purpose because I have found that, if it's too far to the top, you can't read it if you do any kind of bow. But I do have like a little bit of black. Where did it go? Maybe it was just maybe not. It's gone. I thought I had a little black goober right there, and it's gone. All right. That is it. I think I did pretty good. I will get my husband to, how many wipes do I have going here, right? I will get my husband to put some holes in it maybe, or I've been thinking these are the thicker boards. I get this online. I don't know. Do you think I might do a little bit of sanding too, honestly, as long as we're talking. I know. I love parades. I marched. Ooh, thunder. I think we're grounded here. Just as an afterthought. Live TV. We'll see how long it lasts, right? Oh, sorry. I did march in high school marching band competitions all summer long. So I really, I marched on the TV parade several times. We marched on TV in Boston. We marched on TV in St. Louis. And then under the arch. That was so much fun. I'm going to rough up the edges because I want it to look a little bit old-fashioned. And I may even go back with some either brown paint around the edges just to make it look like an old flag. All that work to get this blue on here nicely, right? And now I'm like sanding it off roughly. Okay. Get all the dust off there. Sorry. Thank you. All right, so you can see how that looks. It looks just a little bit more on the edges. And I was actually thinking about, I've got some of that distressing ink too. We'll see. Do I have it? Wonder if my Bethany usually gets kind of scared of the thunder. I still haven't used this. This is a little kitschy thing I got at some point. Oh, I see it. Jeez. I just stuck my hand in the black paste. Hi, Patty. Good to see you. Just making a patriotic door hanger here. Kind of making a mess, actually. Kind of making a mess. All right. Get this black off so I don't blacken up things here. I'm just kind of wanting to get that dust off. It looks like whiter around there instead of darker. All right. I wonder if my Distress Oxide, that's what it is. We'll see if we can. It's kind of a gray, actually. Could have maybe prevented sanding altogether. Right? Get it on my shirt. On my Bucky shirt. I got that when I went to San Antonio, Michelle. Hey, Julie. Good to see you. Patty. Actually didn't go, but my cousins got it for me when I went to visit my cousins. It's very exciting. All right. There it is. It's got a little oxiding. I don't know if you can see that. It's just very little bit of around the outside edges. Just enough to give it a little extra. And actually, that washed off very easily. Oops. Sort of. Or smeared. I had a couple of like kind of hard edges, so I wanted to take that off. There we go. All right, there it is. I'm so excited. That will be at the sale on Saturday and Sunday. If you're interested in before, I'm certainly more than happy to ship it off to you. So let me know if you saw anything. I am more than happy to set you up with similar projects. I definitely can help you out starting your own project. So if you saw anything you like, just let me know and I'll get you a link. Just put shop down below if you'd like to go shopping. I think this one is done. I'm going to pitch one. Can you believe it? And we will, I hope you have, oh yeah, everyone loves Buc-ee's. I didn't actually go, but my cousins got me one because they were like, you can't come to Texas and not go to, or not, get a Buc-ee's shirt, I guess. I don't know. And now I've seen lots of people going there, and I wished I had. That should have been like a standard for all of the leaders, right? To go to Buc-ee's when we were in San Antonio. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a very blessed evening and keep on crafting.